Okay, so I'm back again. Um, Still trying to get this video camera webcam thing together, so bear with me. But I'm still going to go ahead and answer some more questions. We have Martha from Mississippi. People tend not to take me seriously a lot. I want to get the respect that I deserve and get people to listen. What should I do? Okay, Martha, what I would suggest to you is when it comes to someone taking you seriously, it starts with confidence. You must be able to take yourself seriously first in order for someone else to take you seriously. In order for you to get respect, demand it. When you are communicating with someone, you want to make sure that you're giving them eye contact. You're emphasizing on stress points of what you're saying to them. You want to make sure that they understand clearly what you are saying to them. You want to also make sure you capture their attention. I read a long time ago that you have approximately about 90 seconds in order for a person to figure out whether or not they want to take you seriously or brush you off. So that is what you use, those 90 seconds. You make sure that you get your impression and what you're trying to communicate to them out in the open. You want to make sure that you grab their attention. The same way that you listen to a music video or you watch television, you pay attention to these reality shows, they capture your attention within the first few seconds. Sometimes it happens on a commercial and it has you go and watch the show and you find out the show is not really what it was supposed to be, but just for the simple fact that that commercial, that 30-second commercial grabbed your attention, it caused you to go and watch it. So, in other words, that's what you also need to do yourself. Make sure that you grab their attention. Say something that will interest them into what you're saying. And then you also want to make sure you're not laughing and you're joking with them and, being overly emotional and not really allowing them to be drawn into your conversation, because what can happen is they can take you for a joke, or they can simply brush you off and ignore everything that you're trying to communicate with them. So my advice to you is work on your communication skills and also work on your confidence. Make sure you're smiling. Make sure you're laughing if it's necessary for you to laugh. Make sure you're giving them eye to eye contact. And don't be afraid to go outside of your comfort zone. Next would be Sarah J. from New York. I'm not a big fan of love, but how do I know if it's love or if he's running game on you? There's no specific way of knowing whether or not it's love until it happens. Love is something that you can't stop from happening. No matter what you do, you can't stop it. It's a feeling that overcomes you. It can happen quickly or it can happen slowly. Don't let other people confuse you and let you know that, okay, it's not possible for you to love a person in this amount of time. It has to take this time. No, love takes time, true enough. Building the bond happens instantly. So if you want to allow yourself to grow in the relationship that you're building, then you have to be completely open to changes. You have to also be willing to risk everything. It's just like gambling. You have to lay all your cards on the table and hope you win. There is no foolproof way of knowing whether or not this person is going to hurt you. You have to be willing to accept the hurt, just like you are willing to accept his or hers love for you. And in order for you to be open that way, you've got to communicate your feelings to this person. Let this person know, hey, I have feelings for you. I'm falling for you, but I don't want you to play me. I don't want you to treat me wrong, or I don't want you to hurt me. He or she can't guarantee that they won't hurt you, because that's not possible. In everyday life, you can be hurt over a simple innocent comment that they didn't mean to say. So, but what they can say is I promise you that I will make sure that your feelings are important to me. And you want to make sure you communicate these very on early in the relationship, because the longer you wait, the chances are he might or she might not be serious with you and be running game. Next would be Samantha Y of Michigan. Is he cheating if he hasn't touched me in a while? That's an interesting question. When you say haven't touched me in a while, are we talking about he's stressed out and maybe he's not interested in having a sexual relationship at this present time? Did something happen in your relationship that may have caused him to pull away from you? Is it a medical condition that may be inhibiting him from being able to touch you the way he wants to? Or it could be just a number of reasons and things of why he's not touching you and being intimate. Just because he's not being intimate with you physically, make sure that he's been intimate with you mentally, emotionally. Make sure that you guys are able to communicate. It's not about just being physical in a relationship. A relationship is about all components. There's trust, there's respect, there's having fun together. It's not just sex that should base your relationship off. So no, I would say just because he hasn't touched you in a while, that does not mean that he's cheating on you. It could simply mean that he's disinterested in sleeping with you for this present time. Ask him about it. Don't be afraid to communicate your feelings. Let him know, okay, you haven't touched me in X and X amount of time. I would like to know, is it something that I'm doing? Are you not attracted to me? Have I gained weight? Have I lost weight? Have I done something that caused you to not be interested in touching me? And then simply let him know, okay, I would like for us to go ahead and have some type of sexual relationship. Don't ever be afraid of telling a man, any man, that you are ready for him to move to the next stage. Sex is very important in relationships, so don't be confused by what I just said. Sex is very important, but it's also the way of communicating and make sure that your needs and his needs are being met at the same time. It's all about compromise. That would be the conclusion of, again, another Ask Geezer show. If you would like more information, please email geezer at askgeezer.com. And here's another client. I'll be back with another post. Thank you.